Cerebral Effusion. Most know them for their latest release, Impulsive Psychopathic Acts, which, might I add, is a very good release. The album features top-notch production, interesting riffs, intense natural drumming, catchy slams, and awesome artwork. It's easily one of Comatose Music's best releases. Liking the album so much, I searched a bit deeper into their music catalog, and I purchased the CD Smashed and Splattered Organs, which is the album previous to Impulsive Psychopathic Acts. On first glances, the artwork appears to be the standard affair for death metal. A pile of corpses with a man butchering some people on it. I suppose it fits the title, Smashed and Splattered Organs. The album begins with a pointless sound clip that neither sets the mood nor provides any kind of horrific imagery, which also seems to be quite prevalent in brutal death metal. Onto the production. Everything about this album feels dry. The guitars, dry. The drums, dry. The vocals, dry. There is also zero atmosphere on this album, which may or may not be a bad thing, but in this case, it's pretty bad. The drums do feel natural, which is a good thing, but nothing sounds very, very powerful at all. And I kind of feel the guitar tone isn't powerful either. And to me, it kind of reminds me of when I was younger, when I first started playing, and I bought a solid-state amp, and not that great of a solid-state amp at that, and not having enough distortion even when I turned it up all the way to 10. The bass guitar, which you can't hear very often, but when you can hear it, it sounds really boring. The tone is not exciting at all. In fact, I'm not even certain they used a bass amplifier, because the bass sounds like a clean signal from the bass directly into the computer with no effect, gain, or attempt to make it sound more full and punchy. The vocals seem to be performed well, but the production seems to ruin it. It sounds as if he's singing in a very, very small room, and nothing about the vocals sounds very big. And I would blame this completely on the half-assed production. As for the songwriting, it feels painfully standard. Riffs that seem to go nowhere, as they seem very prevalent. Songs always end abruptly. There also seems to be a lot of Cannibal Corpse style, hammer-on, pull-off type riffs, which become very tiring, as we've heard these kind of riffs a million times before. We also have the instrumental track, Smashed and Splattered Organs, which I suspect is only instrumental because the vocalist either didn't want to put lyrics under the song or was too lazy to. There's nothing that sets this song apart from any of the other songs, but occasionally there will be a slam riff, but nothing that really slows the song down or gives it any kind of memorability. In fact, there's really nothing about this CD that seems to be memorable, except one aspect: the lyrics. The lyrics, which, being completely unfollowable, seem to be pushing the standard on what is expected from death metal artists today. Yes, there are misogynistic lyrics. Yes, there are gore lyrics. But they seem to take the barriers of what should be expected and push it to the extreme. I'll give you a few examples from the lyrics book. This is from The Pleasure of Absolute Domain. The cruel strike on his ass increased the sweat drops that slide by my back, coming near to the crack of my anal sphincter. The scent of blood and the emanated stench excites me gradually. Ejaculation is imminent. Nevertheless, when I'm coming in his mouth, I realize he doesn't breathe at all. It's gone out of my hands. My little brother is dead. Also, another passage from the Nymphomaniac Collector. And later on, I moved treacherously to my Hall of Trophies, where in a refrigerator I conserve the cocks of all my previous treasures. I'm the Dick Collector. I have them and own them forever. Would you like to be a part of my collection? Don't try to find me. Don't hide either, because I'll look to find you and your venerated dick to increase the list of the catalog of my fridge. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't heard that many bands that use their lyrics in a homosexual way. It definitely does leave you with a what the fuck feeling after reading through the booklet. Nothing wrong with homosexuality. It's just it's a new one for me for death metal. But ultimately, this album, Smashed and Splattered Organs, hardly does anything for me. If this is your first time hearing Cerebral Effusion, do yourself a favor and skip this album. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.